How do you make co-working work? The way we work is constantly shifting and changing. Companies, entrepreneurs, and individuals are moving to co-working facilities. By 2022, over 5 million people will be working in co-working facilities. In this series, we're going to explore how to make co-working work for you. Hey guys, how's it going? We're here today with Orlando Campos. He's the Director of Economic Development and Tourism for the City of Addison. And so they've done a lot of work here in Addison to help grow the co-working space, to work with entrepreneurs. And so we're just going to have a little conversation today with him to learn about what they've done, what surprised them, and just some other things that might just pop up. You know how our conversations go. So again, welcome, and we're going to go ahead and start this conversation. Orlando, pleasure. Thank you for being on our program today.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you, thank you. So just tell us a little bit about like your group and department just as a whole, just where our viewers can have a just greater understanding.
Sure. Well, our primary function is obviously to help the economy grow here within the town of Addison. So we focus quite a bit on bringing in new companies to the community, helping fill up our office buildings, identifying areas that are ripe for redevelopment so that we can reinvent those areas within the community, working with existing companies to help provide them the support they need to grow within Addison, and then obviously to help develop new business seedlings that could potentially grow into the next large company here in Addison. Wow. And so that's why we launched the Addison Treehouse.
Okay, fantastic. So essentially you work from companies almost from startup to existing, and then helping them to get to scale and become even a little bit larger.
Yes, I sort of like to think of the Addison Treehouse as a one-stop shop for anyone that's looking at starting up a business. We've partnered up with the Dallas Entrepreneurship Center as well as with the North Texas Small Business Development Center. And so individuals that are looking at starting up a company, just have an idea, can come in and meet with someone from the North Texas Small Business Development Center who can then assist them in writing up a business plan, helping identify funding for their companies. And then through our collaborative work with the Dallas Entrepreneur Center, we work with companies that have already launched but need a collaborative work environment where they can interact with other startups in the region. And they also put together some great programs and networking events that assist those companies that have already launched.
Oh, fantastic, fantastic. And so working with all these various companies, curious, what advice would you might have for someone that wants to start a business here in Addison? Sure.
I think that our community and our culture within Addison is very entrepreneurial in spirit. A lot of the large businesses that call Addison home started off with one or two individuals. Some have grown into some of the larger companies here in the area. As a department of the town of Addison, our primary focus is to listen to these individuals, find out what they need to be successful, and then we try to bring in the puzzle pieces that are needed to help them be successful.
Oh, excellent. And so with that, so since you've had a chance to talk with a lot of these different companies, what are some things that you find common?
Sure. I think that for our department, and sort of what sets us apart from other economic development departments in other cities, is that we're actually housed within the Addison Treehouse. So we interact with entrepreneurs on a daily basis. We just have to walk right across the walls through the doors to see the entrepreneurs at work. And so I think that the common thing that we hear from them is obviously many of them are trying to find funding for their businesses.
True.
Many of them are scaling their own operations, and so I think that that's sort of the commonality with a lot of these companies. I think that many of them see us as a resource because we're able to connect them with other local businesses here within the community so that they can identify new potential customers. Okay,
so scale, funding, all those different types of things, you guys are able to help them with that.
Yes,
fantastic.
Working very closely with the Dallas Entrepreneur Center also helps.
Excellent. So curious, so working with these different entrepreneurs, any new ahas or something like, wow, I never thought about that when it comes to business?
Yeah, not that I can think of. I think that a lot of the individuals that are based here are very intelligent individuals.
Okay.
When we developed the space, we wanted to make sure that we had an open area and encourage entrepreneurs to collaborate amongst each other, simply because a lot of them have expertise in different areas of starting up a business. And if they're able to share ideas and experiences, I think that that only makes them even stronger. I think that the aha moment is probably not for us, because we see the challenges on a daily basis. I think the aha moment comes from the entrepreneurs themselves, because they may have not realized the support that we can provide them. And once they get a better understanding of who we are and how well connected we are with the established business community, I think that they start seeing us more as an added resource, a big plus for them to be able to tap into potential customers.
So, I imagine a thought going through their head is, I should have come here a lot longer ago.
Exactly.
So why was I waiting? Why was I working from Starbucks? I should have been working from here.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
We know that a lot of the challenges for a lot of entrepreneurs is obviously capital. So we built a space that I think is very affordable, that will have a minimal impact on their funding from the beginning. I think that our focus is to try to give to startups, and if they're successful, I think that we in the future will benefit from their growth and the success that they have here within the region.
Fantastic, fantastic. And curious, so working with all these different entrepreneurs and business owners and leaders, what's one piece of advice that you would give an entrepreneur?
Sure. I think, well, one is don't be shy.
Okay.
And I know that a lot of them are not shy, but if you're always curious about something, it's like, just ask.
Right.
You never know what the response is going to be at the very end. Could be no, but sometimes that can change.
Right. One final question for you.
Sure.
So with the community of followers and people watching this channel, curious, how can they help you, Orlando?
Sure. I think that just by providing input to us.
Okay.
I think that we have a lot of things that we focus on, but one of the things that are a very strong focus is helping to support the startup community.
Okay.
And I think that the more input that we receive from entrepreneurs, the better we are at developing potential programs and events that will benefit them.
Right.
I think that our focus is not to be an obstacle for their growth, but to provide as many resources within our means to help them be successful.
Okay, fantastic, fantastic. And if anyone in our audience would like to reach out to you, we'll have your LinkedIn information and also a website, contact info for here.
Yes.
Okay,
Perfect.
Fantastic. Thank you again for your time.
Sure,
appreciate
my
it. And guys, thanks. Definitely, if you're in Addison, come by and check out this location. It's phenomenal. A lot of different people here that you should definitely connect with. All right, thanks. Hey, I hope you enjoyed today's conversation with Orlando. I learned a lot, and I hope you did too. And if you're interested or you want to learn a little bit more about, what they're doing, definitely come by the Treehouse, check out the website, and also subscribe to this channel. Thanks.